Hi, all feminists. I have a little question for you, and that would be, what is it? What is it that you say? What is the privilege of men? I really want to know because because you feminists keep harping on and on and on about our privilege, and then and you keep saying that all men in the world, that men everywhere, that it's that and men, and you keep saying that men never gets abused by a woman, and it sounds to me like you women think that it's only women who can take good care of children, because that it's written down, but you never say why you think it. But I have a little theory, and that theory would be that it's written in your DNA, that it's written down in your genetic structure, that you are the people that take care of the kids, because let's be honest here. And yes, I really do want you feminists to try and be honest with me. I live in Denmark, so you will never meet me in the real world, unless of course that you come to Denmark. But then the risk of you meeting me is still pretty low. But here's another question. Why is it that when a guy asks a feminist a question about what she means when she says you men oppress women or some crap like that? Because granted, of course, there are men who oppress women. I'm not saying there aren't, but I'm just saying it goes. But I'm just saying it goes full circle. But that seems like something that you feminists absolutely want to ignore. Especially, especially one of you, Anita Sarkanian. And I don't get it. Why do you find men so threatening when we get learned from very when most men, at least in the USA, get taught from their childhood that women are fragile little creatures, and that they should get special treatment. And but of course a guy like me, is an autist, is an atypical autist. So, but don't try to make but don't try to make it sound like I just use my diagnosis, or no, my diagnosis as an excuse for behaving badly, because then I can say the same thing about you when you have your periods. And there's nothing, and I don't, and my nose is, and another and another thing. There's a lot of shit about manspreading. Personally, I've never seen it, at least not in Denmark, but that's probably because that most people treat each other with respect here. So, well, let's see. Is there anything else I need off my chest right now? Don't think so. At all. Maybe my treasure, but but maybe, but maybe you want to see that I'm not an oppressive guy. I'm very much a soft guy who. I'm very much soft. Almost as soft as the little dog you just saw. And no, and yes, if you saw. Uh, and I will answer any questions you have, as long as it is not just you bitching about how much of a misogynist I am, because that is not a question. That is just bullshit. Because I'm an equalist. I want everyone. I want both sexes to be equal, and that means that we need to follow the law of equivalent exchange. And in case you don't know what that is, look up look up the anime Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Well, hope to hope to well, I guess I'm kind of a masochist because I actually want you to write, because I actually want you to tell me down in the comment section what your problem is about me. Especially because but then again, I also want to know exactly what the problem most women have are, because well, I try to be a nice guy, even though that kind of backfires on me, so that pretty much no women wants to have anything to do with me, or at least so I've experienced. I really need to. I really need to stop doing more. Uh, and then a little and and a little extra thing about Anita Sarkeesian. She keeps harping on about how much bullshit women have to go through. Just in case that you want, just in case, I don't know why, but just in case that you're wondering how I usually sit, I can show you. Or probably not. Nope, guess not. And seeing as how that I don't, and seeing as how that the only thing I have to do this with is and seeing as how that I don't have a tripod or something like that, I guess you will just never see me sitting, because this is because let's finish it here. This is maybe this is Morgan. This is Morgan, and let's all follow the law of equivalent exchange. To obtain something of equal value must be given. Peace out. Hopefully.